This is the semi-final for the Lok Sabha elections of 2024. In Chhattisgarh, it's a crucial day because 20 constituencies in the 7 Maoist-hit regions are going for vote. Mizoram, of course, the entire state is voting today to decide the next government in the state. Mizoram, remember, is the only northeast state going to polls today and is the last northeast state to go to polls before 2024. Hence, it is being seen as a litmus test for both the NDA and the Congress. So let's begin by talking to you a bit about the Mizoram Assembly. My colleague Asavri is joining us for more details on this. Over to you.
Right, thank you, Uday. Quickly taking a look at Mizoram. So Mizoram seat share comparison 2018-2019. The Congress got 5 seats in 2018, BJP 1, MNF 26, others 8 vis-a-vis. In 2019, MNF got 1. Quickly taking a look at assembly polls of 2013, Congress got 34, BJP 0, MNF 5, others 1, 2018, Congress 5, BJP 1, MNF 26 and others 8. Right, now taking a look at 2018 region-wise seat share, a total number of seats for North Mizoram is 16. Congress got 1, BJP 0, MNF with 8 over here and ZPM at 7. Of course, this is the North Mizoram. Quickly taking a look at Central Mizoram 2018 region-wise seats, total number of seats 16, Congress got 2, BJP 0, MNF of 13, ZPM 1. Right, absolutely. I think we have covered it largely. I'm going to quickly give it back to Uday right here.
Absolutely, because we have another special guest, in fact, joining us now, co-in charge for the state of Mizoram for the BJP and BJP's National Secretary Anil Antony is joining us now live. Anil, welcome to the show. What is the BJP's plan for Mizoram?
So this election, the Bharatiya Janata Party is very, very confident of having our best ever performance in the state of Mizoram. That's something which everybody in the Bharatiya Janata Party has absolute confidence in. In 2014, our Prime Minister in that year itself announced the Act East policy for the entire Northeast. And under the Act East policies, the last 9.5 years, the Bharatiya Janata Party union government has allotted and has sanctioned lakhs of crores of developmental work for that entire region. The government sees that area as a gateway of India to entire ASEAN countries and that part of South Asia. And we have been doing unprecedented amount of developmental work in that area with a special focus on connectivity. The people in the entire northeastern region, they have seen our work and they have full trust in our Prime Minister's vision. So in the last few years, one by one after one, every state in that northeastern region is now being governed by the Bharatiya Janata Party or one of our allies. It is because of the trust the people have for us. Now Mizoram is the only state where again the MNF is a major regional party from there. In the national stage, they are our ally. But in the state level, we don't have an alliance. This election, we are very confident that the Bharatiya Janata Party will be putting our best ever performance. And we will be a significant political player in Mizoram also, just like every other northeastern states after this election. So we are very optimistic about this election.
Do you have a figure in mind how many seats the BJP is hoping to secure?
See, this election, last election we stood in all the 39 states and we won our first representative, our MLA last time. This time we are more focused. We are contesting in 23 of the 40 seats, and we are contending. It's a 2-party, 3-party contest in most of the seats we are contesting, and we are very, very confident that we will be converting most of those 23. So we will see the best ever performance of the party in Mizoram this time.
Yes, Anil, now talking about post-poll alliance, because in northeast states often it's all about the post-poll alliances which determine who forms the government. Is the BJP looking at that pretty closely, at who you could end up forming a post-poll coalition with in Mizoram once we know the results?
So these are questions which will be, these are calls that our leadership will take immediately after the results, because at this moment it's too early to comment on any of those things. But the MNF is led by who Soram Tonga is one of our allies in the national stage. But in the state, we don't have an alliance. But alliance questions, alliance decisions, etc., will be made by our central leadership after the results are out, where the Bharatiya Janata Party will be significantly improving our performance from last time. And the Bharatiya Janata Party will be having a lot of seats, which will ensure that we are a very prominent political player in the new legislative assembly.
But the BJP last time only won one seat. Why do you believe this time will be different?
Because that was 5 years back. In that 5 years, we have seen how much the Northeast has changed. We have seen how much developmental work has happened in the entire Northeast. And in the last 5 years, every single state, like 7-8 years back, we were a very insignificant political player in the Northeast. But in the last 4 or 5 years, one by one, let's say from Assam to Tripura to Nagaland to Arunachal Pradesh to Manipur to Sikkim, every state right now, things have drastically changed, where every state, Bharatiya Janata Party improved election after election, and now everywhere our party or our alliances in government. So Mizoram also, the last election happened 5 years back, but in that 5 years we have significantly improved. And the people of that state, just like every other state, right now has seen what the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing across India. The Bharatiya Janata Party is significantly transforming this India. The Prime Minister has a vision to transform this country into a developed country by 2047. He has a special focus in Northeast. The Prime Minister in the last 9.5 years has gone to the Northeastern region almost 60 times, including multiple times in Mizoram. That is more than any other Prime Minister in India's history. So the people in Mizoram have seen a lot in the last 5 years, where they are more confident of the BJP. They are more optimistic that if the BJP is there as a big political player, they will benefit out of it because of the developmental work we are doing, because of the vision we have to transform that region. So in the last 5 years, we expect a significant boost in our party strength there, and all that will resonate in these elections.
What do you believe are the key issues that could help you this time around in Mizoram, Anil?
See, we just like every other place, we are focusing on our Prime Minister's vision for transforming this country, our developmental work, our Act East policy, our vision to transform the Northeast into one of the gateways of India to many parts of the world, where there will be significant increase in trade. We across Northeast have drastically improved connectivity, the number of airports, the number of roads, the number of rail lines, the number of ports, everything has significantly increased across Northeast. And we do feel that Mizoram is lagging behind when compared to most of the other states where the BJP is in power. So we are telling the people that we are the best option to take you forward. We are the best option to give you more social and economic opportunities. We are the people who can develop this region more than anybody else. We have a special focus on skilling programs, where in our vision document, we have very clearly said that we want to set up skill training centers across Mizoram, which can skill up to 20 to 30,000 young Mizoram people which will again significantly help them. Then we want to create more airports in other parts of Mizoram outside the capital. We want to transform the medical facilities of Mizoram, where we want to convert the medical colleges there, one of the prominent medical colleges there, into a regional Institute of Medical Sciences. Mizoram is they are already in the mainstream in a lot of sporting activities. We want to create more world-class sporting infrastructure in Mizoram, so that Mizoram's population can contribute more towards India's medal tallies in all the international competitions. So we have a very holistic plan that we have presented towards the people of Mizoram, a vision document that we have presented towards Mizoram. And I'm very sure that the people will appreciate all that. The people will have full trust in our Prime Minister's leadership, which he is already delivering across the Northeast, and Mizoram shouldn't be an exception. Mizoram also should move forward with the rest of Northeast, with the rest of India. And so we are very optimistic and we are very confident that the people of Mizoram will vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party in large numbers and we will have our best ever performance in the state this time.
But there is criticism, Anil, that the BJP does not have local presence in Mizoram, but is relying on the PM's magic to sway voters. You also yourself were speaking about the PM's frequent visits to the northeastern region.
See, we have a local unit that we just like every other place, we are focusing on our Prime Minister's vision for transforming this country, our developmental work, our Act East policy, our vision to transform the Northeast into one of the gateways of India to many parts of the world where there will be significant increase in trade. We across Northeast have drastically improved connectivity, the number of airports, the number of roads, the number of rail lines, the number of ports, everything has significantly increased across Northeast. And we do feel that Mizoram is lagging behind when compared to most of the other states where the BJP is in power. So we are telling the people that we are the best option to take you forward. We are the best option to give you more social and economic opportunities. We are the people who can develop this region more than anybody else. We have a special focus on skilling programs where in our vision document, we have very clearly said that we want to set up skill training centers across Mizoram, which can skill up to 20 to 30,000 young Mizoram people which will again significantly help them. Then we want to create more airports in other parts of Mizoram outside the capital. We want to transform the medical facilities of Mizoram where we want to convert the medical colleges there, one of the prominent medical colleges there, into a regional Institute of Medical Sciences. Mizoram is they are already in the mainstream in a lot of sporting activities. We want to create more world-class sporting infrastructure in Mizoram so that Mizoram's population can contribute more towards India's medal tallies in all the international competitions. So we have a very holistic plan that we have presented towards the people of Mizoram, a vision document that we have presented towards Mizoram. And I'm very sure that the people will appreciate all that. The people will have full trust in our Prime Minister's leadership, which he is already delivering across the Northeast. And Mizoram shouldn't be an exception. Mizoram also should move forward with the rest of Northeast, with the rest of India. And so we are very optimistic and we are very confident that the people of Mizoram will vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party in large numbers and we will have our best ever performance in the state this time.
Okay. Now, if the BJP comes to power though in Mizoram, who will be your CM? Have you decided?
So these are again questions which it's too early to think of all that. All this will be decisions that will be taken by our leadership at the right time.
Okay. My final question then to you, Anil Antony, before we let you go. How crucial is Mizoram in BJP's Northeast push? You're talking about this Northeast focus of the BJP. How crucial is Mizoram in that plan?
Every state, every election is very important for the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is why we had a union minister who was in charge of the state. I was the co-in charge. We had a union minister, Kiran Rijiju, who spent almost the last 3 weeks. He had camped in Mizoram. Then we had a large number of central leaders, union ministers who visited Mizoram, including the party president and 2 former party presidents who are senior ministers there. So we put a lot of effort there because Mizoram only has 1 Lok Sabha MP, but that is not how we look at things. We want our Prime Minister's vision is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. It is progress for all. And wherever our citizens are there, we want to give them maximum avenues of social and economic mobility. We want to transform their lives in a very positive manner. And in Mizoram also, we are very serious about growing as a party. We are going to be a very legit political contender there. And like I already mentioned, across Northeast now, every other state in the Northeast is right now governed by the Bharatiya Janata Party, or we are in an alliance. And definitely there is room for growth for our party in Mizoram. And we want to ensure that we keep growing. So, and we keep delivering and we can do good work for the people. So Mizoram is very, very important.
All right, let's leave it at that. Anil Antony, thank you for joining us with your and the BJP's perspective on this big story. Also with us now is Shivam Shukla, BJP spokesperson. Matthew Antony, Congress spokesperson, joins us live. Rajesh Joshi, political analyst, is with us as well. Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst, also joins us. Dr. Rajesh Jauhri, senior journalist, is live with us as well. Let me get you in here. Matthew Antony of the Congress first. You were hearing Anil Antony earlier speaking about the BJP's plans for Northeast and in particular for Mizoram. What about the Congress? How confident are you of your prospects in the northeastern state of Mizoram? We've seen Rahul Gandhi also visit there, hold a small mini Bharat Jodo Yatra for 2 days in Aizawl. How confident are you of your party's prospects for Mizoram?
The people of Mizoram will give the reply to what Anil has said. We are definitely forming the government in Mizoram. Come December 3rd, you will see the reply from the people of Mizoram favoring the Congress party. Now, a couple of things which I wanted to ask the audience as well as the BJP team here. Why did the Prime Minister cancel his visit to Mizoram? And there was no mention of the Prime Minister. If he was so confident and courageous about the whole of development which they are doing in the Northeast, why did he cancel and why there were no announcements and why there were no mention from the Prime Minister? He was fearful. The CM from the MNF publicly said that I will not share the stage with the Prime Minister of this country. What a shame it is. What a shame it is. And then Northeast development, the entire BJP people were moving in helicopters. Why? Because in 5 years of their state alliance, there were no roads, there were no developments. Can BJP specify one single development they have done in Mizoram? Name one. Second is 3,500 crores is the GST amount withheld by the central government to the state of Mizoram, which is having a 14,500 crores budget. Why is BJP doing this? So the entire development is a blatant lie to the people. Name the development. They have got 5 years, in an alliance with MNF there. What have they done to the state? The unemployment rate is the highest. The prices of the agricultural products are not supported. People's health are not supported. The drug addiction is very high. Why is it happening? And in the neighboring state, they have seen how BJP has failed completely as an administrative force of the government in the state of Manipur. In the Northeast especially, I have been there for 2 months in Mizoram, and before that I was in the Meghalaya elections also. BJP is trying to do a backdoor entry through the regional parties because what is their policy? I just need to ask the BJP spokesperson here, what is your policy on the beef consumption of the people in the Northeast? Do they are they in agreement with it? Then what are they going to say to the people in the other parts of the country where they hate it and where they kill people on this? What is their stand on Christianity there?
Okay.
Most of it. So I'm asking questions to them, and what we did in Mizoram.
Okay, let's get a response.
No, let me complete it one more. So BJP is saying Prime Minister's dream. We are not saying anything of that sort. We are saying that we have given a promises, which is the dream of the people of Mizoram. We are building a state for the people of Mizoram. We are not worried about who's the Prime Minister.
Okay, let's get a response. Shivam Shukla, respond to that.
Like.
Matthew Antony believes that it is a sign that the PM did not visit Mizoram, that you are conceding defeat before the elections itself. He's also saying there's a Manipur shadow over the Mizoram polls. Your response?
Look, the first and foremost thing is the central leadership of the Congress party is missing all the 3 states in the heartland. So is that they are already accepting their defeat in all the 3 states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. I'm not seeing them campaigning much into all these 3 states. It's not like that Prime Minister is not visiting some state. The Bharatiya Janata Party is not taking that seriously. We have worked in the northeastern area, and in the 75 years of the independence, no other government has done such sort of tremendous work for the northeastern region especially. And the Bharatiya Janata Party has always been focusing.
Can you specify the developments which you have done in Mizoram and the Northeast? Can you? I can give you 15 specific things of what Congress has done. Can you specify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the developments?
Okay. The first and foremost thing is at the national capitals of various states of Northeast, there have been the air connectivity that has been lacking in the 75 years. After then, there have been highways built to connect the states themselves in the
You mean that there were
interstate
no
highways.
airports and there were no airports in the entire?
They were not having that sort of infrastructure that is required for a state capital airport. You should understand that thing. And the kind of flexibility that the Prime Minister has shown on all the central level schemes, be it Ayushman Bharat Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, there have been lots of beneficiaries from northeastern region. So you could not say that no work has been done for the people.
That the state governments are not utilizing the central schemes. And now you're saying that there is development in the central schemes. Can you help me out to understand it?
Mr. Antony, you should understand that at some extent the Bharatiya Janata Party government has been offering various things for all the states of the northeastern region, and for that matter the people of that particular region are seeing Bharatiya Janata Party with a hope, and that's why in this election
let's take Mizoram and Meghalaya for that matter.
MNF and we are going to secure large number of seats.
Cut the ties with you before the elections. Why? And you were in government with them for 5 years. What have you done?
So it's our call that whom we want to ally or whom we want. It's like you are blocking with India alliance.
They abandoned you. They abandoned you because they felt that going with you.
The same way Samajwadi Party have wanted Congress Party in Madhya Pradesh. They are calling you Chalu Party. You are into an alliance with Samajwadi Party at national level in the India alliance. And at the same time, Samajwadi Party is saying the Congress is a Chalu party, and Akhilesh Yadav is asking the people of Madhya Pradesh to not vote for the Congress party since it is it betrays the people, it betrays the allies, and it betrays the masses of the Madhya Pradesh.
Brother, you are speaking about Northeast development.
Okay, let's bring in Rajesh Jauhri at this point. Rajesh Jauhri, interestingly, the BJP and the Congress, of course, indulging in a war of words on voting day. But if we talk about Mizoram, Rajesh Jauhri, what do you believe are going to be the clinching factors this election?
What I believe is, though I'm not saying that BJP or the government was in any way responsible for the riots between Meitei and Kuki sects in Manipur area, but it will have a shadow on the elections of Mizoram, because Mizoram and Manipur are their adjoining states. Moreover, Kukis live in Mizoram also. So I believe that there will be a shadow of those riots, whether it is positive or negative for BJP or Congress, that I'm not commenting on that. But there will be a shadow on how government has dealt with it. Secondly, I was born in Northeast and I have been brought up there till 12th standard of my schooling. So I had seen Northeast long back. Since last 4 decades, I am regularly visiting Northeastern states, except Mizoram, though I am visiting Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland and Manipur. So, but though I have not seen Mizoram, but they are the issues of all 7 sisters are almost same. Moreover, I would like to say that if we put apart Assam, then issues of all remaining 7 sisters are almost same. So now we talk about Northeast Look-East policy.
Yes.
So I believe that before 2014, the northeastern states were almost overlooked. I don't blame anybody, but there was a change in perception. There was a change in perception of the government, and there was change in the stand of the government. And Look-East policy was started, and a ministry was created. And General V.K. Singh, who had been posted in northeastern states for a long time, so he was given the responsibility. And I think that has brought some change, because if we see Dola Sadia Bridge, I'm not talking about Mizoram because I'm not an expert on Mizoram, but I'm talking about the northeastern state. So the 2 bridges on Brahmaputra, they have done tremendous change in lives of people, in livelihood of people, and earning of people have increased, because earlier they were not able to send their produce to Guwahati and other parts of the state which were across the Brahmaputra. So this was one aspect. And lastly, I would like to say the development,
So the overall Northeast policy of the central government, you believe, could be one of the clinching factors. But interestingly, you started out by saying that the Manipur shadow will be cast on the Mizoram polls as well. That will be on voters' minds too. Gyanendra Mishra, is that something you agree with or do you disagree?
So there is no reason to disagree with. Obviously, the Manipur will have a huge impact on the election on the Mizoram, and there is a larger, thinking in the Northeast that whether the influence of BJP has done good to the northern states in terms of their culture, in terms of their society, in terms of their language, etc., etc. So this election would be a very interesting election, the way I look at it, because there is obviously no doubt that BJP has done some significant gain in northern state where it has no presence 5 to 6 years back. But after 2014, a lot of efforts has been put in by BJP to have some presence in the northeastern state, and it has succeeded to some extent. There is no doubt about it. But the way the various BJP state governments has, kind of their approach, their ideological approach, their emphasis on Hindutva, their tendency to polarization, etc., and various other issues at the micro level as well, which is more of ideologically driven. The way it would be very interesting that how the people of the northeastern states looks at this semantic change in, the way the BJP runs its politics. And this has been seen in the Manipur in a big way. And I think that Prime Minister has chosen not to go to Mizoram because the BJP was worried that the question will be asked that when there is an election, the Prime Minister has gone to Mizoram, but when the Manipur was burning, the Prime Minister chose not to go there at all and even speak on that issue at some significant level. So this Mizoram elections would be a very interesting, elections in that context, that how the Northeast looks at the BJP's, ideological semblances, the way it is trying to create in Northeast, and what happened in Manipur, and the way the central government and the state government has tackled it, and its approach, overall approach.
Okay, and so the Manipur shadow will be there. Manipur shadow might not be very good for the BJP. Radhalakshmi Joshi believes, Gyanendra Mishra, it could trump the development works, the Northeast policy as well of the government. Do you agree?
Uday, I spoke to you just some time back, I think in your last segment, and I said exactly the opposite of this, that it is because of the efforts of the BJP that there is now a lot of connection. Like my earlier speaker, the co-panelist Jauhri ji, he was talking about how literally and emotionally also these bridges have been built. There is this change, this entire shift in the infrastructure, that that reach out, that has been there. And that reach out has been there not just to create a presence, but then if you look at it, now every 15 days there is a union minister who goes and tries to ensure that there is this development happening the way it should be and that things are going fine. That is how, every 15 days there is a presence of a union minister there. So which has been very sadly lacking over the past so many years. The Congress has been very strongly in power in the Northeast, and now in the past so many decades, and now today it has lost its presence in the Northeast simply because they have lost this connect with the people there. They have kind of taken for granted that they are in power there and they don't need to look into what is happening in the Northeast. And they have very, for whatever reason, they have ignored this issue of the immigrants from all the neighboring states and from Myanmar also. And all of this has had a toll on Mizoram, obviously. So whatever was happening in Manipur did affect Mizoram also. And also there is this huge influx from Myanmar as well as from Bangladesh. So all of that has been overlooked by the Congress in the past, which today the BJP has definitely, the central government has definitely looked into all of this, and that connection is what definitely matters. Uday, you cannot just simply alienate a certain section. So you know that this thing called as the chicken head, that is such a dangerous thing, and you know that a lot of our leftists were actually trying to use this chicken head as a means to just alienate this part and to make
but it
sure
will not work is what you're clearly saying.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.